Hello and welcome to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table actual play production of Lost Colony, Colony of the Damned. Our newest show. This takes place in the Deadlands universe using the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition rules. So there isn't an official Foundry module for it yet. Amy, I'm looking right at you. But hopefully there will be soon. But I put everything in. We are all set to go. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of history on this particular setting for Deadlands. So back in 2083, the bombs fell on Earth. A complete and utter apocalypse happened. And on the heels of that apocalypse, the four horsemen of the apocalypse came riding out of hell. Now, of course, you've got war, pestilence, famine, and death all went their separate ways for the next 13 years. Then they started to make themselves known again in the American West. As time pressed on, things started to really heat up, and there was a huge battle in Colorado, in Denver, actually, between the forces of Junkyard and a bunch of other groups, the Templars, the Heretic Doomsayers, and a whole bunch of things. And if you're not familiar with this, I highly recommend you pick up the Deadlands Hell on Earth setting. It's one of our group's favorite settings, just because, you know, machine guns, zombies, what's not to love? And this kind of picks up towards the end of that battle. You see, at the end of the battle, the most well-known mad scientist, one Darius Hellstrom, suddenly appeared at the peak of the battle. And he captured the four horsemen. Another group of heroes, not these guys, but another group of heroes, using the Unity, which is the first ship that ever found another planet, also owned by Hellstrom Industries, brought the Reckoners, or the four horsemen, to the planet Banshee, which is the only colony Earth ever started. Life on Banshee prior to the last war was not so nice. I won't go too deep into the history of that, but there's an alien race that lives on Banshee called the Anooks. And they are very much a tribal society, very primitive. However, they are one with the planet, literally, in a lot of cases, depending on if you're talking about their shamans or not. A huge war broke out between the United Nations and the Anooks, with a lot of the colonists caught in between. Lots of various bad guy groups popped up, the Reapers, the Reavers. I don't know why they went with two different R names, but hey. And during the war with the Anooks, the humans discovered that the Anooks had a secret weapon called the Skinnies. And they look like your normal Anooks, except for they're tall, emaciated, and they can't talk. They're super skinny. So war goes on, and then finally, on the day that the bombs fell on Earth, the transit tunnel, basically a big wormhole, artificial wormhole between Earth and Banshee, the name of this planet, shut down. And nobody has heard from Earth in it's been about 15 years. Now, with the big grand sweeping things done, I recommend you head over to Pinnacle Entertainment Group or peginc.com. Check out the setting if you've never heard of it. It is an amazing setting. I absolutely love all of the Deadlands settings so far. Eventually, we will touch on all of them, including Noir, Hell on Earth, when those books come out in Suede format, as well as the upcoming, by the amazing author John Goff, Deadlands Dark Ages.
Oh God, John Goff's writing Dark Ages. I'm out.
John Goff is writing Dark Ages. For those of you familiar with Deadlands and maybe not with John Goff, he wrote a little adventure back during Deadlands Classic called Night Train.
And if you're familiar with Suede, he wrote Blood Drive.
Yes, he did indeed write Blood Drive. So without further ado,
He a
we're gonna.
diabolical man.
He is. He is like one of my favorite authors out there for adventures. So without further ado, I'm going to set a little bit of a mood here for Banshee. You see, Banshee is so named because of her screaming winds. So we're going to have a little bit of winds in the background here. And you guys can adjust your volume as needed, but I've got it set so that way the audience can hear it, and it'll be playing the whole time. Now, your four heroes have been hanging out in the town of Temptation, the city actually of Temptation. It's the largest human city on Banshee with about 30,000 souls living there. You guys have been looking for work. The four of you know each other, of course. And as you guys are wandering about Temptation, trying to find something to do, you guys don't have a ship. You don't have a job currently. Why don't we take a moment to go ahead and have each of you introduce yourselves? We'll start with Mike. Mike, tell us about your character.
Well, I'm playing Mongo, who, as far as anyone is concerned, is just a mercenary for hire / bounty hunter / problem solver, really whatever it takes to, put a little cred in my pocket. Doesn't go beyond that. From the moment y'all met him, he hasn't really said anything about where he came from, but he carries a really big gun, so that actually helps in a lot of situations.
All right. And we'll hop to the other end. And Nick, tell us about Haruto Worsh.
Well, he was part of the military service, but he got a promotion that kind of like pulled behind the curtain so he could kind of see what was going on, and it didn't quite set right with him, so he deserted. And trying to leave, he ran into a wonderful woman that he had fell in love with and married.
Speaking of that woman, Danny, tell us about Lucia.
It said Lucia. Sorry. But yes, she was just eager to get out and see what she could see, so she learned how to fly ships, and one day picked up a fare, and he never left. And now we're married. And as you can see, we have a little background goblin on occasion. So I apologize if he gets shouty.
Y'all are digging real deep on this character concept, huh?
Right?
The characters don't have a kid. The players have a kid.
And last but not least, Harley, I know you didn't write a background, but now's your time to make up for that. Introduce us to Josie Russell.
I can do my best to make it up. Josie is a human blessed. I don't know how to connect her to the story, but she wants to know everything. And yeah, I got nothing. I ran out of ideas real quick. I can't turn down the sound on Foundry. It's very loud.
So if you go, let me get my mouse onto the correct screen. If you go to this button right here, I know that our viewers can't see it, but it's the one that just highlighted itself on your screen. You can turn that wind down.
Thank you.
The others know to keep their sound kind of turned down because I like to do this.
No, that's fine. I just did not dealt with it before.
Now, quick question. Is Josie on vacation far away?
See, I was going to ask if she had any pussycats.
Whoa.
Nothing, Har?
No. No and no. The answer is no and no.
All right. So, as I said, you guys are kind of wandering Temptation, looking for something to do. Maybe earn some cred somehow. Because, one, you guys need to get a ship. You guys don't have a ship right now, so that leaves you stuck planet side. and at the mercy of ground travel. And as you guys are heading up into the northern end of Temptation, around mid-afternoon or so, you hear a sudden cacophony of several good-sized explosions. And you feel the shockwave come off of them, roaring down the streets. And as you look up to the northeast, you see, coming from the direction of the spaceport, what looks like multiple columns of black smoke rising above it. And almost immediately, you hear gunfire. What are you guys going to do?
Look around. I mean, I kind of strapped myself to the Worshes, so I'm kind of waiting to see what they're going to do first.
We heard gunshots?
Gunshots and explosions coming from the spaceport.
I'm going to head towards the spaceport.
All right, Worsh.
I'll follow in too.
Well, then I'm pulling the, what is it called? The AK-2074.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll have my gun ready too in case shit goes down. That's a good point.
Check
So drawing your weapons. What about Josie? Josie. Are you going to follow them towards the spaceport?
You're muted, Josie, in case you're talking. Apparently Josie has left the building.
Ah, she muted herself in StreamYard, and I
Yes.
cannot unmute her.
Control D.
Yeah, I cannot unmute you, Josie, if you are...
Sorry, that I had to deal with a little bit of an incident on my floor. One of my residents was playing with the fire extinguisher, and then another RA in the other side of the building saw him post about it online, and then I had to deal with it. So sorry. What's happening?
We're heading towards explosions and gunfire. You with us?
Yes, I'll come with us. Yeah.
All right. So as you guys make your way to the spaceport, the map should be loading up for you right now. And you see gunfire as you get to there, streaming across from north to south. And as you look out farther off to the southeast, you can see a couple of Banshee Defense Force soldiers firing back to the north. However, where you're at, you can only see 3 of them. And for just a brief moment, you guys see a couple of gunmen up hiding behind the stuff here to the north.
So the Banshee Guard are good guys, right?
Yes, the Banshee Defense Force is the military that protects the planet Banshee.
These are friendlies, okay.
Well, they're friendly for now, at least.
Right.
And unless you do something to seriously break the law, or...
Not exactly my goal.
Game is paused, so I cannot move.
All right. Game is no longer paused.
All right, and since there is
And I'm
active
gonna
gunfire
start
now, I will draw my weapon.
the clock.
There.
All right. And as you
Around the
get there, you can see a guy up to the north. Looks like he's trying to move around for a flank. And as he does, he sees you guys, and he looks to his left. That would be to the right on the map. And he screams out, "There's more of them flanking us!" And that, ladies and gentlemen, means right from the start of this adventure,
We've got initiative happening.
we have initiative.
Oh, and I go first.
15 minutes in, And
Starts
Lucia,
off with a bang.
Lucia, trying to get the baby out of her hair. I'm trying to move because I can't really see these guys from where I'm at.
you can
There's
see
one-
the one up here.
I couldn't see him on my screen before, so now that I've moved, I can.
Yeah.
But
This is a large map, so you may want to zoom out a little bit.
that's what I did. And even when I zoomed out, I couldn't really see him back where I was. But maybe it's just me being a ding dong. Can I shoot him?
I mean, you can. Are you going to?
I'm gonna try.
All right.
See
Make
what the
sure you
dice
target him.
say. I haven't
And,
targeted. Child, you're not
And he
helping.
does have light cover from where he's at.
Okay, so what's you said light cover, so that's a minus
Mhm.
2. I have that on now and roll. Ooh. Why did that happen?
So you should not have the encumbered because I'm not using the encumbrance rules.
No.
I will
Because
fix
you're
that now.
shooting a machine gun, and so therefore
Oh, I don't think I
have
realized it was a machine gun when I bought it. Oops.
a large rate of fire on that.
Noted. One of those hit. Gavin.
Hold on. Yes, one of those did hit. Go ahead and roll
I can
damage for it.
damage. His ducky fell on the floor.
All right. So as you fire across with a 3-round burst. Hello, Gavin.
Sorry.
Nope, that's fine. He falls to the
Nick's
ground.
taking him to baby jail, I think. And getting
And-
a bottle.
He goes down hard. That is going to take us to... Did I forget to activate? I did. Okay. That'll take us to Josie.
I'm still learning how to use this website. Just as an FYI.
So if you wish to move, click on your token and drag her.
less foundry, more savaged.
Oh, you shouldn't be using Savaged. Should be Foundry.
Oh, I thought all my stuff was in Savage because we made that account.
If you
Alright.
hit C,
That
you'll
was
see
just to
all of your
build your
stuff.
character.
I know how to do that. I just didn't realize that we were not.
Okay.
Using
No, once you build your character, you don't need Savaged.
that. Okay, that makes me feel better because my character felt very empty. Cool.
All right, so you're going to move up to there.
Yes. And then I gotta zoom out because I cannot see anything.
No, remember, you have a pace of 6. So unless you want to run, you can only go 6.
Okay, give me a second. Nope.
Thank you.
Was that more than 6 then? Yes?
Say,
Better?
yeah.
Okay.
So when you're dragging your token, you'll see the green line.
Yeah.
It'll suddenly stop
Mhm.
for a moment when you hit the 6-inch limit.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. You going to do anything else?
Okay. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Hold on. Okay. For this moment, until I figure out exactly what's going on, no. But I will
Okay.
continue digging and figure out exactly what each thing does.
All right. So these guys now know that more people are moving to flank them. So he is going to come moving around this way, and he will stop right there. He sees people, and he is going to, let's see.
Bless you.
The closest one to him would be Mongo. But Mongo would have cover. So he is going to shoot at that lady that's closest to him, which happens to be Josie. And he is going to fire on rock and roll.
Okay, then.
And
Uh-oh.
he is going to, like, rock her world. Hold on. It didn't make these guys. No, it did not. Okay. Had to make sure that it didn't make them wild cards.
Is there no recoil on their weapons?
There should be recoil on it. Apparently, it does not take it into account.
So only one of those hit, but it did hit with a raise.
Yep. So she gets hit once for a raise. And that's going to be 2 wounds to Josie. Do you wish to try and soak that? While I am thinking about it, I need to change the way that Better Rolls is doing rate of fire. I'll switch it to single shot. I'm switching it to single shot, and then we'll do each roll for rate of fire. That currently is a failure.
Okay, sorry.
You can attempt it a second time if you want to hit that Benny button.
How many bennies do I get? Do I have?
You currently have 2 left.
Yeah, I'll do it. Anyway, where's the button go? There we go.
And you changed it from 2 wounds to 1 wound. Let me fix your sheet. Yep, it took it. All right. So you have 1 wound and are shaken. And then we go to the next guy, who he is going to come screaming down this way. And the closest target he can see is one of the BDF guys. So he is going to fire at him. And he will fire on rock and roll. So I get to do this multiple times. What is the rate of fire on the M21? That is rate of fire of 4.
Oh, Jesus. I hope he's got a huge mag in that, because he is spending a lot of bullets.
He is indeed. So his first shot misses. His second shot. Let's see. And this is where the recoil penalty would start to go in. It starts out at minus.
It's just anytime you're shooting more than 1 shot on a rate of fire, you have a -2 to every roll.
All right. So, yep, the first one would still be a miss. The second one, also a miss.
20 bullets out of his magazine.
His third shot is actually going to empty his gun, I believe. Yep. So the third one. And rate of fire 4. How many bullets is that?
20.
20? Okay, so he still has 10 rounds left in it. So his fourth shot.
Man, these people wasting bullets.
They don't care. Also a miss.
Well,
Now, I swear.
Looking with only 20 bullets in my magazine going, Jesus, I can't even do that. You swear what?
All right. I swear that there was a setting on Better Rolls that I could choose how many to roll. How many shots?
I don't recall that just because I've never had a gun that could do it.
All right. This guy comes down to here.
Right, you can go down.
And he is going to get to there. He is going to try running. And he is going to get a lot of pace out of it. So he's got another 6 inches of running.
Excuse me.
And he makes it to there. There we go. And he will target the BDF, same BDF guy. All right, now that I know how to accommodate that, I'll switch it back to rate of fire. So I only have to do one roll. And he cuts loose. One of those hits, I forgot. No, none of those hit because I forgot to add the running modifier.
Yep.
So that was a bunch of bullets wasted. And then we go to the last guy in that group, and he is going to run out this way. He is also running. So we'll do the pace die. He's got another 4 inches of movement. So he'll get to there. He can see Lucia. And he is also going to go on rock and roll. And he ran. Where did it go? There it is. And that is nothing but whiffing. He is dead. And that takes us to the second group. It's just me playing by myself, as Cheryl likes to say.
Right.
This guy.
Step away for just a moment while you're
Roger,
playing with yourself.
He is going to run because he wants to get rid of these BDF guys first. He gets another inch. And he is going to target this guy down here, down to the right by the northernmost one on the engine of that ship that's burning. He is going to, he ran, make sure my, yep, and roll. And nothing but misses. Next guy is going to move to there. Next guy, move into there. This guy to there. And these are all people who you guys currently cannot see. And then it is Mongo's turn. Mongo, you can see 2 guys to the north of you. To the east of you, you can see another 3 guys. You know that they are shooting at the Banshee Defense Force members to the south. What you gonna do, Mongo? Oh, he went AFK. Of course he did. So the good news is I will be able to remove this. Oh, Harley's back in. There we go. Because
I'm sorry,
video
I thought
editing.
you heard him say he was going AFK. He's back.
Ah, there he is. All right, it is Mongo's turn.
All right. So I see a pile of different dudes, but
2 to the north, 3 to the west, and then you know that the BDF forces are to the south.
right. So I'm going to stick to cover. My pace is 6. For some reason, it was stuck at 5.75 or 5.66 now, but weird.
I had pathfinding turned off. That's why it was doing weird things.
Okay. No, it's still locking me at 5.6.
It's because you have to make a turn.
No? I think because I accidentally moved prior to my turn.
Yeah, that could be.
So it glitched, but that's fine. I can get right up. It's supposed to be up a little bit. That'll work. All right, declaring 2 actions since I've got some cover there. First one, we're taking a single shot at this guy because I only have 20 bullets because I'm poor.
Let's see. Make sure that when you do it, hold on. There is a way to trigger it to the old version, and that was not it. That's not it.
I mean, I'll just change the rate of fire in the properties to 1
Okay.
for right now, and then that'll do what I need it to do. 2 actions, roll.
I am starting to think that if we're playing Deadlands, we may want to do it without better rolls.
I mean, I'm okay with it considering I just rolled a 20.
Hey, that is a hit with a raise. Let's see how badly this guy gets hurt. He takes a single wound, but a single wound is all it takes.
That's what I needed to hear. And so we'll take the second action. Same thing at this guy. Pop in a shot. 2 actions. Roll it. And that is currently a failure.
You gonna Benny it?
Definitely Benny that. Because I should not be missing. And 9 damage.
Okay. We'll apply that to him. He is not going to soak.
And I end my turn. It just calmly walks forward, just pulls up this big rifle, sets it to single shot, pop, turn, pop, ow.
All right.
It's almost like a trained gunman.
Almost like a trained person.
Right?
All right. So
like we've lost
Lucia looks fine. She has not been hit.
True.
So we are actually going to run. Running counts. Does running count as an action?
No. Running
no, it just gives you a -2 period.
All right. So that pulls me up to 11. That should be close enough to get me cover still from the other guy.
Yep.
So we're going to target the person that's in the middle of the map and pop a single shot with our revolver.
And that is a hit.
All right, and we'll roll damage.
And that will shake him.
All right, and that will be all.
All right, the defense force, they get to get in on the action. They see that they have reinforcements, and this guy is going to scoot up a little. He will lean out, and he is going to target the same guy. That
Between the bad guys and the BDF. You really are playing with yourself.
Right? I should have assigned the BDF to you guys, but I didn't think about it beforehand. All right, so he is.
No worries.
But he loves to play with himself, so we'll forgive him.
All right, let me make sure I do not have the -2 on. So he is going to keep his cover and fire, shooting a single shot. Oh, he hits with a raise and does crap for damage. Then we go to
Just winged him. Didn't do enough.
the next
to actually
guy.
Stop him.
He can see you guys shooting, and he moves up. He moves up some more. He can now see this guy. And let me change his rate of fire. And he is going to shoot and miss. Then we go to the next guy. Only one more BDF guy after this. He can actually see the guy who is shaken. So he is going to shoot at this guy here, right in the middle of the map. And change his rate of fire and shoot. He hits as the gun goes off.
Finally.
And he just wastes that guy. Then he will move out. And he is going to go up to there. That takes us to the last BDF soldier. He sees the guy closest to him. And he is going to take his first shot at him. Well, his only shot. These guys are mooks. They're not going to take any more than one shot or more than one action. Oh, apparently I forgot to set Harley back in. All right. He shoots. He scores. And this poor guy that he just shot at gets wasted. And that will take us to round 2. BDF gets to go first.
The Reapers are ungrouped. They need a card.
Oh, yeah. Let me stack these guys up. All right, so I'm going to remove some folks from battle. And I know this is exciting. I promise you, this is the only large battle for a while.
As long as the pile of goodies stay on the map, that's all I care about.
All right, is it going to let me move this guy?
Oh, see,
There's going to be some stuff that I need to cut out of this.
Well, good thing we're just taping it, not live streaming.
And I mean, it wouldn't be an episode 1 without technical difficulties.
Right?
There's always technical difficulties.
And I mean, we didn't have a crit fail the first roll, so I mean, it's going to be a good show, right?
Is that the rule?
Hold on, I got to refresh. Yep, I'm going to have to watch this episode closely and clean up a lot of it.
That's okay.
Okay, so this guy, there we go. I was trying to do it with the initiative popped out. Okay, so now that it's correct, I will move this over here.
You know,
Okay.
you know what you can start doing to avoid that?
Hmm.
Have a ghost token off the map that you group everyone to, and this way those groups will never be destroyed because the leaders won't die.
So a couple of ghost tokens to have different groups.
Yeah. And this, I think that should work because it's only when the leader of the group dies that the group disbands, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So if you have the leaders off screen and their tokens don't matter, you just move down to the next one automatically. You'll never have this problem again.
It's very valid.
I don't know why we haven't
All right.
thought about that the myriad of times we've done this.
So back into the fight. The Reapers are going first on Ace of Hearts. And the first guy, he's going to come running out. And he sees 1, 2, 3, 4 BDF guys. So he's going to target the closest one. He's going to fire on full auto. All right. He rolls. And it is not a critical fail.
It's close.
And his gun, I believe. Okay, no, he was not one of the ones that had already fired on full auto. Okay, so then the next Reaper. He is also going to come around the corner to there. I don't think he's standing on anybody. Nope, he is not. And he will also target the same guy. Actually, I do need to move him over a bit. There we go.
Can you please not pull on those?
And he fires on full auto, and I forgot to add the -2, but that's okay. So he's missing. The next guy, Gavin, was not happy about that.
Yeah, Gavin was mad that dude missed.
No, he wanted his snack, which is going to cram into the window.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. He is going to fire on full auto. And roll. And he's missing.
Yeah.
And then the next one. He is also running around this way. He'll get to there. They're eventually going to hit this guy. The one right here in the middle, BDF guy. He's had 4 guys fire at him, and nobody has hit him yet. And they're all firing on rock and roll. So this guy, he is going to... Oh, pardon me. Fire on rock and roll. Oh, he got an ace on one of those. His first round of bullets hits, causing... Whoops, I need to re-roll that because he has ballistic protection. So let us roll that a second time and do it right. It actually, even with the higher toughness, still ended up taking him out.
I mean, there were 80 bullets flying at him. One of them had to hit.
Right?
Oh, so what you're saying is I should turn on my ballistic protection then.
Yeah, if you're being shot at with bullets, then you want to turn on your ballistic protection.
I don't know what that means because I don't have
So on your character sheet under... Okay, yeah, you don't have armor on. That's why.
It's +4 toughness and to the armor against bullets.
I'm broke. I spent all my money on my fancy weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just take it off this
Turn on for
dead
Danny.
cop's body. He doesn't need it anymore.
I don't know if the rest of the BDF's gonna let me loot their friend. I'm just hoping that we get salvage rights to the ones that we kill.
All right. This guy knows that some of you are down this way. He's going to
We
come
just
running.
stand back and let them kill each other and then take over at the end.
Yeah, we could have done that. But somebody's wife had to be a hero.
A big damn hero.
All right.
What's up? Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, we were just talking shit about you.
So this guy comes.
I hate having the hair pulled.
Well, that makes Nick's life boring. This guy comes around the corner, sees Haruto there, and lucks out because the bullet that would have hit does not exist.
Because he only had 3 shots left. Or 10 rounds left.
Rate of fire 3, 10 rounds, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That takes us to... I got too much stuff going on here. All right. Well, I've got one less PDF guy. This guy screams, and he goes running out.
I know, Gavin.
Oh, he's going to get an extra 4 inches of movement. As he is running towards his downed friend. Then we go to this guy who he does not know his friend is down, but he sees a target there, and he is going to fire. And he is going to hit. Roll damage. Come on. There it goes. But did not punch through. Oh, yeah. These guys should have their ballistic protection on, too. The things you miss when you're not paying attention. All right. And that will leave one BDFer. As we skip past him. He is going to fire. Oh, actually, no. He is going to move up. And then he is going to try running because he wants to get closer. So he goes another 4 inches to there. And then he is going to throw something at this guy right up here. So let's see if he gets it where he wants it.
He does not.
That is going to deviate. This is a thrown weapon. It's at medium range. 2 inches to the 12 o'clock, which is going to be 1, 2 right there. So I'm going to drop that template. Let's see. The grenade drops a
medium.
It didn't put it in the actual item, though, did it? All right, so
I just see NBT in the frag grenade description.
It landed there. So for those of you who can't see it, it's right here is where it landed. And this is where grenades get fun.
Almost
he still hits his original target.
Grenade.
So let's roll the damage for all those guys who just got hit by the grenade. All right, so one guy gets shaken. One guy takes nothing. One guy gets wounded. And the fourth guy also gets wounded, so he managed to remove 3 out of the 4 from the fight, at least temporarily. And that will take us to Mongo.
All right, it's my turn. We're gonna go up to there.
Get in that dude's face?
Yep. Because first thing I'm gonna do, 2 actions. Pop a shot off at this guy. Single shot. Which hits. No raise.
All right, and that will shake him a second time, which takes him out of the fight.
And then popping out my bayonet as a free action. I'm going to...
So make sure that you click on the under item actions.
I see it.
Yep, click on both of those.
Not my first rodeo.
Just wanted to make sure you saw it. I had to do a lot of work for the items in Lost Colony.
I see that. Ooh, that is a failure.
And it expended a bullet. It's not supposed to.
Oh, I'll fix that. Ooh. You know what? I don't want him to survive this. That's better. That's much better. Right.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. And that is enough for a wound, and he goes down.
Just pop a shot into one and just stab the other dude. And I will fix my bullet total. Next time I do bayonet, I'll make sure I click off a subtract ammo.
I changed the shots used on it to 0.
Okay, cool. That'll work too. All right.
Haruto.
All right.
And I will say one more up.
So what we're going to do is we're going to come right up to the edge of this shipping container here. That way we have cover. And then we're going to peek out. So I guess just move myself down like that far so I can actually see the guy. And we are going to... Oh, I have to hit Alt. Hold on 1 second. There we are. Got him targeted. Shouldn't have anybody else targeted. And we're going to take a single shot at him with my revolver.
Okay. Hit with a raise.
All right, and hit the raise damage.
Oh, it went nuts. 23 for a total of 3 wounds. And that is the fight.
Nice.
I will end combat. And this guy continues running towards his buddy. And his buddy gets a vigor check to see if he actually dies. And, he does not die.
Yay!
I'm kind of happily shocked. All right, so one of the guys starts moving up. This guy here comes up and says, "Hey, thanks for the assist. They had us pinned down." And as you guys are looking around the spaceport, every BDF ship you can see was hit by something that destroyed it.
What happened?
Don't know. They just came out of nowhere and somehow they got bombs on all of our ships. Nikolai's men they're good. I'll give them that. But man. Anyway, the boss will probably want to see you. Thank you for your help. Swing by the BDF office later on here at the spaceport. You'll want to talk to Major Banson, provided he's still alive.
Are we able to claim our kills?
Hey, I didn't see anything. We got to take care of George over there. And as you guys start about cleaning up the mess and claiming
What was
stuff off the deck,
What was the name he directed us to again?
Major Banson.
Thank you.
All right. And we'll take care of gathering up the loot off air.
All right.
And are you guys going to head on over to meet Major Banson?
Yeah.
I don't really want to go, but they're going, so I kind of have to go.
He's Banshee Defense Force. He's not X4.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a difference. A lot of BDF. Hi, Gavin. A lot of the BDF are also deserters from X4.
Oh, okay.
So you will never have a problem with most of them.
Yeah, we'll be in good company.
Not that I'm a deserter from X4 or anything, but you know.
All right. So as you guys make your way across the spaceport to the BDF office, one of the guys, this guy that's down here to the south, he actually escorts you over. And he says, well, I'm going to guess that we're going to need some extra people. I hope y'all aren't afraid to earn a paycheck. And maybe risk a little bit to help protect the colony.
I mean, I'm always down for a paycheck.
So it's been a while since I had a steady one of those.
Same.
All right. He leads you right up to the BDF office. He motions for you guys to wait outside. He goes in. You hear some low talking, nothing that sounds too exciting. And then he opens the door and motions you guys in. And sitting behind a desk is a heavily bandaged man in a flight suit. He looks up and says, I understand y'all are responsible for helping my boys out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Major Lee Banson, BDF to Space Defense Force. Now, thank God y'all came along, because the dust up here with the Reapers has us in a bit of a bad spot. And if y'all are up for it, we could definitely lend a. I hope you folks can lend a hand. And as you guys are looking at him, go ahead and make notice checks.
Notice.
All right. So Haruto does not notice anything. Mongo definitely made it. Oh, go ahead and remove shaken. Josie. Lucia
I got a raise.
got a raise
I
as
got
well.
a
And
9.
Josie, make that notice check there, Josie. Josie's own wounds are interfering with her noticing anything. So this guy is definitely slurring his words. And with the amount of bandaging and blood-soaked bandaging at that, you're guessing he's probably got a whole buttload of painkillers on board. And he continues on and says, now, I don't know if y'all heard the news, but about 2 days ago, the eggheads, they noticed something weird. An asteroid that they have since named Nemesis is making its way towards Banshee. And if it hits, it's going to be, well, think the dinosaurs if this sucker hits.
Oh, that bad?
Yeah. So this whole Nemesis thing is a little fishy to me because we thought we'd plotted all the potential asteroid collisions over 2 decades ago. Nemesis was never on any radar, but it is now, and we're about 2 days from doomsday. Some folks in the know believe it might be a new attack by X4, but there's no evidence of human influence here. And in the end, how it got where it is doesn't matter. What we do about it does. The colonial government scientists have calculated that the rock is large enough to be a planetary threat, but it can be deflected with a relatively small nuclear detonation. However, the bomb has to be placed precisely, which rules out shooting missiles at it. We got a few nukes on hand, but we got to send a crew to the rock to deliver it. Now, I was scheduled to pilot a Stallion at the spaceport, ready to carry out the mission, at least until, well, a little bit ago.
Don't look like you're in shape to do that.
No. They took out my ship, and well, I don't think I'm going to be in any shape to fly anytime soon. And they got the backup ship, and the backup pilot's dead. And every other fueled and ready ship currently at the spaceport. Now, given the speed of the asteroid's approach, our launch window is very small. Only about 3 hours in which we can get a ship en route to divert the asteroid. And unfortunately, none of our other ships are available, but there is one ship left untouched by the Reapers. It's called the Reckless, for reasons which may become clear later. Its captain, Captain Alquist, has agreed to carry the warhead, but he is currently without a crew. And since I'm out of action for a few weeks, and my other pilot is on his way to Boot Hill, well, if y'all are interested, we're paying.
What's the pay?
All right. Well, this is where it gets kind of tricky. Which of y'all are any good at fixing things, working on the computers, or flying the ship?
I can fly. I'm okay
Anybody?
with computers.
Out of character, it would be the 3 skills that he is looking for are piloting, repair, and electronics.
I
I
have
All 3 of those you have.
Me?
Yes.
got a little engineering. I do have the repair skill.
I do also have a little bit of piloting.
What about Josie?
What am I looking for? Yeah, I'm still here. Nope, Grace.
Looking for piloting, repair, or electronics on your skills.
Which she has none of them.
Yeah, no.
And after he talks to you for a few moments, figuring out what each of you guys are good at, he says, all right, so the 3 of y'all, and he points at Haruto, Mongo, and Lucia. Since y'all got specialized skills, I can give you each 2,000 to undertake this mission. Now, you, ma'am, being unskilled labor, I can give you 1,500. Because there's going to be plenty of heavy lifting. Yep.
I'm a healer, if that makes you any better.
I mean, you're still not going to have any skills that are viable to the mission.
Ouch. Okay.
But I mean, 1,500 for manual labor?
I think a bad rate.
Okay, whatever.
Those terms acceptable to y'all?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, if you look right over there, and he nods you in the direction of a very large, very ruddy-faced gentleman who is currently sleeping with his feet up on one of the desks. Guy, his clothing is dirty, like doesn't clean himself very well after eating, kind of dirty. Nose is very bulbous, and he definitely has a beer gut that is of epic standards. He says, that there's Captain Alquist. He owns the Reckless. And as he hears his name, he kind of shakes himself awake, and he's got bloodshot eyes. He says, are you the folks I'm taking out to that rock?
Seem to be.
Aye. Any of you fly?
That would be me.
Good. I can sleep. And he staggers to his feet, and as he gets closer to you guys, you can smell the booze. It just permeates him. You would almost guess that he probably sweats alcohol at this point. He says, all right, let's go to the Reckless. And
I'm assuming we all follow then.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of give Haruto a look like, the fuck did we sign up for?
He's going to kind of glance at her and be like, money's money.
All right. So he leads you across the spaceport to the far side, over where primarily private ships are kept. And in the farthest corner, sitting off all by itself with, 20 yards or so between it and the next closest piece of equipment, you see what appears to be one large rattle trap of a light freighter. And as you get a look at it, I mean, it's covered in rust. Looks like everything is kind of held together by a prayer. And he turns and looks at you, pride on his face, and says, that there is the Reckless. And that is where we'll pick up next time.
That is aptly named.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. And we will see you next week.
Drink
Have
coffee.
a great night.
But
Drink coffee. Poppets Coffee.
PoppetsCoffee.com. Check us out on our socials at Night's Dinner. I almost forgot all that stuff.
Yeah, that's where like do the thing. Promos.
Check out our Patreon also at Night's Dinner. And we will see you next time, folks. Have a great time.
bye, everybody.
Bye.
This game references the Savage Worlds game system, available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Contents Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle, and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. The Knights of the Smith Dinner Table logo, Colony of the Damned, and the Knightsmith Games logo are all intellectual property of Knightsmith Games, LLC.